Yep. All right, so got a little technical issue. We're going to get Frank's mic unmuted here. And as we're getting ready for our next match to take underway here in Deer Park, Long Island at AON Gaming. Let's see. Player setting up.
Just going to take the easy way out and grab a different headset.
There you go. All right, man. So here we are. I believe this is AON Gaming 5.
Yes, this is our 5th Ultimate Weekly. As we've started holding these regularly on Fridays.
Sure.
And once again, we are looking at a 100-plus person bracket. These things
beautiful.
Like, so many venues are struggling with the upkeep of having so many people week after week after week. These brackets go on forever, but there's so many people who are enjoying the game. It's like we can't say no to all of them.
And we'll take the business over here as we're going to get underway here. Greninja and King K. Rool. So Greninja character you don't see too often, but definitely has a skill set.
Indeed. Greninja's a bit of an odd character, but one that finds itself at home here in New York under the likes of Brother Quang, Venia, and GW. There's a few players who rock the frog. And with good reason. Character's shown to have quite a lot to bring to the table as far as him being very fast, very aggressive, combo heavy. A lot of what made him shine in Smash 4 really makes him glow here.
Absolutely. Has that counter on deck as well. But myself being a King K. Rool main, I want to hear it for Shook. I like it. So King K. Rool started out, really this. I said this the minute I played him, that he was not scary at all. He's a block and punish character straight up on the board. However, if you play with him properly and you play him safe, he can be quite dangerous, as I think really any character can be in this game.
When you boil K. Rool down to his parts, he's very much like a straightforward gimmick character.
Sure.
But when you know how to play around with his normals, when you know how to abuse the gimmicks instead of just using them exclusively.
Well, Crown no gimmick, right? Like that's
just an armor projectile.
Armor projectile, exactly. So that's how you have to play around that as K. Rool. But like you said, block and punish here all day long.
Well, like at the end of the day, he's still one of the heaviest characters in the game. He still packs a punch when he does land a hit. So when you play a little bit more patiently, you look for your openings, you're leaving a mark.
Boy, and that was quick there as Greninja winds up taking down Shook. Nice combo coming out there. 101%. Greninja sitting on that rage factor now. Shook's going to have to get him out of the screen quickly, but keeps missing that crown on the comeback.
Yeah, it's a bit more difficult keeping up with Greninja's speed and using the crown. The crown always has a set trajectory, has a set speed. And because Greninja sits low to the ground, very fast character, he's got no issues with avoiding it. So Paperman's going to have to move around a bit more and try to stay mobile, use more of his neutral air to try and block out space. He can't really afford to sit down for too long, otherwise Brother Quang can move in really easily with Greninja and start up a combo.
Like what I saw there from Shook as both players, there we go, forward tilt coming out from Shook. Does not kill Greninja though, he'll be able to get back on the screen. And this damage really just hurt Shook. He is behind a stock so far.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy for Greninja to just steamroll the competition, especially on a stage like Pokemon Stadium.
Right.
The platforms sit kind of low. He has no issue with moving through them, moving around them, using it for combos, or if he needs a getaway from K. Rool's pressure. But he couldn't get away from the blunderbuss.
And that's great right there. Puts the blunderbuss mid-screen, drops on down, and that's one of the things with K. Rool. You got to keep that blunderbuss active for the vacuum through the ledge. And that was a really nice play there by Shook, tying things up, but, he's already gotten that 108% on it.
Now, fortunately enough, this is K. Rool we're talking about. If the K. Rool manages to stick towards the ledge, force a lot more of a punish game instead of approaching, he can still make this stock stretch a while.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. He has 30% on. With that rage factor, if he gets you to 65, lands one of those key smash attacks, you're in trouble. Nice nair coming out from Shook.
Although he's got to be careful with that nair. A few moves in K. Rool's kit that involve his belly with armor.
Right.
Greninja does not have an issue with breaking that armor, and we're seeing every so often a hit gets a crack on it. So if he's not careful, this K. Rool could be looking at a shield break.
And that really is so close to a game. You get a full charge, any smash you want, maximum damage. As Shook misses the crown there, but a nice down smash connects. 91%. Greninja not going anywhere just yet.
Excellent DI from Brother Quang. Keeps him alive through that. He very easily could have lost it all there, but sticking in there, he's eating a bit of percentage for it, but honestly, in this kind of a game, you'd rather eat all that percentage if you know you can get your feet back on the ground. He's
able to do so. However, Greninja going to be in that rage factor, so every percentage here really going to hurt, especially because Shook has another life stock to take away, as we're seeing 4:23 on the clock. Still first set here for Greninja and Brother Quang. Paper Matt and Brother Quang. Nice setup there off the down tilt, down smash combination.
Now, Paper Matt's been dedicated to K. Rool since the game came out, and if I remember correctly from conversations I've had with him in the past, he's sticking with this character regardless of DLC that's coming out, of moving away if the character falls out of the meta. Like,
I respect that.
He loves the character's tools, and he's been seeing success with it.
You can be successful. Tier list is only a matter of opinion, and don't get me wrong, there could be common opinion in that case, which really results in a tier list, but this guy's still a mid-tier character, and when I look at that mid-tier list, even the overall consensus, those characters can bang and hang with any of them.
Absolutely, man. We were looking at almost a cast of 80 characters here.
Right.
Being in the mid-tier isn't really that much
20,
of a death sentence.
15, exactly. That's a great point you just made there. As we're seeing Shook play the ledge game. Great job. Paper Matt going to get back up, though.
Oh, with the dash attack. All right. Paper Matt's going to manage to take game 1.
Names were flip-flop there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, sometimes, like, we'll have the cameras right, the characters right.
Right.
But then the game will spawn the characters on opposite sides.
Okay. That's not good.
No, it's a bit quirky sometimes.
Anti-commentator, at least, is what I want to say to that. All right, so that was Brother Matt who took that first game on the King K. Rool. No character change.
I'm not expecting one. Brother Quang's been sticking to Greninja. He used to primarily play Kirby.
Okay.
And he would dabble in Greninja in the past, but now he's sticking more towards Greninja just because there's so much payoff with the character. Like, when he really gets his game going, like I was saying earlier, he can snowball hard, but Paper Matt's been doing a good job of playing things out more defensively, so he's not giving as many of those opportunities for Greninja to come in on K. Rool.
Man, one of the things I need to see really from Brother Quang is I want to see the counter more. Paper Matt's really playing the aggressor a lot of the times, and most of the time as well. When you want to set up King K. Rool, you're going for a smash attack. The counter will re-inflict all that damage and amplify it, which is big. As Paper Matt here sitting on one game, nice nair to come back on. Oh, and a great parry.
Yeah, parrying is, in this particular matchup, pretty important for the sake that the crown can give you so much stage control as K. Rool. When it gets stolen from you, you're taking away a key component of how K. Rool is going to contest faster characters like Greninja. So, even though we see Brother Quang rolling with a really good first stock, like, if Paper Matt still maintains the defensive notions of, like, parry this, get the punish off right away, get my crown back, hang around on this part of the stage, he could very easily take this back just like he did in game 1.
7 minutes remaining here. What we're seeing actually is Shook. That belly is fully shaken, and there it is. There's the break. That's the problem going against speed characters if you're K. Rool. You want to press him because the minute he uses armor moves to get his offense going is the minute it's going to break and you're going to turn yours.
Now, we saw the punish from Brother Quang was a fully charged forward smash, and while it certainly put plenty of damage onto Paper Matt, I was hoping he would go for more of a combo because, I was saying earlier, Greninja's a very hard combo character, and even though he's able to pack a punch, as we already see Paper Matt sitting on his last stock for this game, he could have gotten a lot off of going for the neutral air, the down air, even drag down up air. There's a lot of quirky things Greninja can do. Like, when this character's moving, he is moving.
There's no question about that. He has the projectile game, like you said. He has the speed. He's got dodging. He's got tons of options. And as we're seeing here, this is what Brother Quang wanted. He's now up an entire stock. He's messing with the armor system with that down spike. Ooh, killer there.
He bet it all on that down air.
But he had it. It looked like he had it.
Greninja still has really good recovery, so, like...
Was he holding down there?
I think so,
It had to, right? He literally plummeted despite getting the trade connect.
No, yeah, he really dedicated it to that down air. I hate to see it happen, but at the same time, it's like, you still got to be careful with something like that, especially on a character like Greninja who has really good recovery. Like, he's not going to, like, yeah, that's going to put him really low, and there is the chance of it taking the stock, but Hydro Pumps are really good up B. It's going to be able to bring him back to the stage with no worry.
As we get underway for Game 3.
This is going to be a crowd favorite, so we get the Battlefield version of Congo Falls, I believe, and of course the signature song of K. Rool that has been a lot of people's, like, favorite songs coming into this. The music in Super Smash Bros. Is such a big factor. So, like, maybe this will give, like, a little bit of that placebo boost to Paper Matt.
+1 to strength due to the theme song matching and the stage. I love that setup there. Blunderbuss off the top ropes. Come on down for the suction. Misses it there, though, however. 1-1. And, 55% for both players. And once again, the Blunderbuss setup.
It's doing a really good job of covering Greninja's options. And even though Paper Matt has to dedicate pretty hard to coming down with the Blunderbuss, like, Brother Quang's not mixing up what he's doing off the ledge, so it is managing to catch him a good amount. And look at the percentage that's been built up, and that's really without Paper Matt and Brother Quang clashing often.
That's true, as it's sitting on 90% for both of these players here. Nice back throw as Shook winds up playing the ledge game again. and they're kind of accepting this, right? Like, Greninja, Brother Quang's not going to go for the roll-in. They're just going to jump trade and reset every time.
I mean, if they keep up with this pace, Brother Quang should win it out. Like, Greninja is going to be able to get out a heavier hit, whether it's the forward air, a neutral air that misplaces him, or whatnot. Like, Greninja does have that snap kill potential. However, like, the Paper Mat has shown that he's willing to mix things up, and a down smash like that is going to do it.
Big boy, down smash, body slam comes on in. 120% here. Shook does have the rage in his favor. However, and Greninja now pressing that, and he'll wind up tying it up in exactly precise time.
With no percentage built either way on this one, it's going to be a pretty interesting sight to see if they maintain a similar neutral to what we had just saw, because it's like, it was a whole lot of repetition. We had a whole lot of the blunderbuss action going on. Brother Quang started to slowly go for non-committal options, like going for, we're seeing the smaller water shurikens now. He's trying to jump in with neutral air, coming with a down tilt. Those are like the typical combo starters. But it looks more like Brother Quang's going for the pokes, and I actually really like this. Poking out with his aerial so he can just rack up the little bits of damage. It's getting him the lead.
I got to agree with you there. I noticed that right away. He's already sitting on as, reflective of the score. 89%. Once again, that blunderbuss setup has been working. But, however, Shook does have to mix it up, and he does there. Baits the roll. However, and that's one thing I was about to say we had not seen enough of coming from Brother Quang.
Yeah, Shadow Speak is a fantastic tool, especially in this matchup where you have to weigh out your lateral options and give yourself the opportunity to just sneak up on K. Rool, especially like pushing him off stage in a relatively safe space.
K. Rool has a weak ledge, get back on, recovery game past his move itself to actually get back on ledge. He doesn't have many tools.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like he struggles with the same thing that all heavy characters do, where it's like they just take up space. No matter how mobile they are, they're going to eat a lot of percentage. They're going to get hit a lot. It's going to reset the situation over and over.
Right. As we're seeing so far now, Brother Quang up a stock. Set is in his favor, and Paper Mat going to have to really work in this one. Probably lands. That belly's getting close as well.
He's got to watch out for that. We already saw the belly break once in this set, and the armor's coming through for him every so often, but again, Greninja's fast. He's strong. It's such a commitment when you go in with the neutral air or if you try to go for the forward zone.
The problem is that every one of K. Rool's moves that you really want to initiate with or even play defensive with is an armor set that can break his belly. So outside of his regular attack and the crown, he doesn't have much to really formulate an offense without using the belly. You have to wait for it to recover and therefore play defensive.
Right.
Oh, nice play there by Shook. 4 minutes remain here, but Brother Quang is in the lead, and that was almost it. Ooh.
I like that. All right.
That was cool.
So Paper Mat, knowing that Brother Quang's starting to go on the offensive, he's starting to fish for this kill, starts going in with the propeller blade part of the up B, which has a really sick disjoint on it. Like, it is always poking away if you're trying to punish it.
Brother Quang in the driver's seat, 162%, and it looks pretty much inevitable for Paper Mat at this point. Let's see how things change, and every knock off the screen is really leaving Paper Mat in trouble.
And forward throw is not going to be able to do it. Like I said earlier, he's a bit heavy when it comes to the rest of the cast. And that time the Hydro Pump Witter actually saved him.
Yeah, got him right back up, able to reset the up B there. Gets the crown. He's coming forward. Hydro Pump on the reset, but doesn't matter. King K. Rool too weak at getting back to the ledge as Brother Quang takes it 2-1.
All right, very well played from both sides. I'm actually rather impressed. Paper Mat used to be one of those players who was like, he would sort of flounder around in like the 1-2, 2-2, 0-2 range of players, but was like dedicated to like still playing. He still wanted to learn. He would always ask like what to develop on. And then once Ultimate came out, he found a character that really clicked with him, and he was starting to see a lot of success with that.
So you've seen this man grow. You've seen him change and grow a lot under the wings here of AON Gaming, and now it's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the scene. New player, new time.
Yeah, it's